So, what the heck is going on with the version 5.7 banners in Genshin Impact? Right now, the community is completely split. There are two different banner lineups being leaked. And honestly, both are wild, but in totally different ways. One looks like a dream come true with 4 top-tier 5-star characters, while the other feels more grounded and honestly more believable. If you've been saving Primo Gems or trying to figure out whether to go all in on Skirk, Mavwika, or maybe someone unexpected, this is the video you need to hear. We're breaking down both rumored banner cycles, talking about what's realistic, what's probably bait, and how you can plan your pulls without getting completely blindsided. Let's get into it. Let's talk about why the version 5.7 banner cycle is so messy right now. The Genshin community is basically split in two, and it all comes down to 2 different leaks floating around online. On one side, we've got the Fireflyyy leak, and this one has people absolutely losing it. It promises a banner lineup that's almost too good to be true. Then on the other side, there's the leak from HamdgCat, and while it might not be as flashy, it actually makes a lot more sense if you've been watching how HoYoverse usually does things. So what we've got here is hype versus logic. One version gives us a stacked dream team of powerful 5 stars all in one patch, the kind of banner you would want to pull on even if you already have the characters. The other? It's more realistic, follows normal rerun patterns, and gives every banner a clear purpose from both a gameplay and business perspective. And that's why everyone's confused. Which leak do you trust? What should you be saving for? Don't worry, we're about to break both of them down and figure out what's real, what's bait, and how to plan smart. Alright, let S break down leak number 1, the one that S got the entire Genshin community freaking out. This version comes from Fireflyyy, and honestly, it sounds insane. Here's how it looks. Phase 1, Skirk and Synergies. Phase 2, Mavwika and Yelan. Let that sink in for a second. 4 insanely strong 5-star characters all in one patch. This lineup is stacked. Like, I need more Primo Gems immediately, kind of stacked. Let's talk about Synergies first. She's a brand new Cryo Catalyst support from Natlan, and her kit is shaping up to be super unique. She applies Cryo off-field, which means she enables things like freeze, superconduct, and even melt setups. Perfect for reaction-based comps and a great support for future DPS units. Then we've got Yelan, easily one of the best sub-DPS units in the entire game. Her burst provides constant hydro application off-field. She scales with max HP, and her skill gives your entire party a damage buff. She fits in almost any team. Hu Tao, Raiden, Skirk, Yelan works with them all. So yeah, Fireflyy's version sounds like the banner of the year, but also maybe it sounds too good. Let's be honest, when has HoYoverse ever given us a lineup this loaded in one patch? Usually, they spread out the heavy hitters to keep banner revenue flowing. Putting 4 fan-favorite or meta-defining characters in a single version, that's very out of character for them. So while this leak is exciting, it might be more wishful thinking than an actual banner plan. Let's not get carried away just yet. Now let's talk about leak number 2, the one that might not break the internet but actually makes a lot more sense. This one comes from HamdgCat, and here's how it goes. Phase 1, Skirk and Emily. Phase 2, Mavwika and Shenhe. Right away, this lineup feels way more balanced. It still features 2 major 5 stars, but the pairings follow actual rerun patterns that HoYoverse has stuck to in the past. Let's break it down. Skirk is basically locked in. She's already in the 5.7 beta, animations and skills are being tested, so no surprises there. But pairing her with Emily, that actually tracks. Emily was introduced back in version 4.8, and she still hasn't had a rerun. She's a Dendro polearm user, and she's one of the only characters built to fully take advantage of the burning reaction. A rerun for Emily now would make sense, especially if HoYoverse wants to shine a light on underused elemental mechanics. Then we've got Phase 2, Mavwika and Shenhe. Mavwika is the Pyro Archon, and every Archon in the game has followed a pretty consistent rerun pattern, 3 patches after their debut. Nahida did it, Raiden did it, Venti did it, and Mavwika debuted in 5.4, so 5.7 lines up perfectly. Plus, the Archon quest is wrapping up in 5.7, so narratively, it's the perfect time to bring her back. And Shenhe, she's the ideal cryo support. She boosts cryo damage, shreds cryo and physical resistance, and just so happens to synergize perfectly with Skirk. If you're planning to build Skirk as your cryo main DPS, Shenhe is basically her best support option. Yes, Shenhe was just featured in the Leyou Chronicled Wish, but HoYo has rerun characters quickly before, especially when they fill a clear role in a current meta team. So overall, while this banner doesn't have the shock value of the first leak, it checks out. Logically, narratively, and mechanically. This is the version I'd recommend you plan around. Alright, so let's clear the fog and talk about what we actually know for sure. First up, Skirk is confirmed. She's already live in the 5.7 beta, her animations are being tested, her skills are functional, and data miners are already breaking her kit down. So, yeah, she's coming. No theories, no speculation, she's locked in. Now let's talk about Mavwika, the Pyro Archon. While she's not technically confirmed, she's highly likely, and here's why. HoYoverse has followed a pretty clear pattern with Archon reruns. They all come back about 3 patches after their debut. Nahida, released in 3.2, reran in 3.6. Raiden, released in 2.1, reran in 2.5. And Mavwika dropped in 5.4, so 5.7 lines up perfectly for her first rerun, but it's not just the numbers, there's also narrative timing. The current Archon quest arc is expected to conclude in version 5.7, which makes it the ideal moment to bring Mavwika back, both from a story and a sales perspective. So while some parts of the banner are still up in the air, Skirk and Mavwika, these two are your safest bets right now. So, the big question, which leak should you actually trust? Let's be real for a second. The Fireflyyy version is exciting. It's full of fan-favorite 5 stars and looks like a dream come true. But honestly, it also feels like wishful thinking. Why? Because HoYoverse almost never overloads a single patch with 4 massive banner units. That's just not how they do things. They like to stretch out the hype, keep banner sales steady, and give each character room to shine. That's where HamdgCat's version comes in. It might not have the same shock value, but it lines up with rerun history, release patterns, and even story events. It's the kind of banner cycle that makes sense, both in terms of business and gameplay synergy. So if you're trying to plan your primo gems and you don't want to get caught off guard, I'd recommend using the HamdgCat lineup as your baseline. It's the safe bet and probably the closest to what we'll actually see in 5.7. So when will we finally know for sure what's real and what's bait? Mark your calendars, the version 5.7 special program livestream is expected to air on June 6th. That's when HoYoverse will officially reveal the banners, events, and more. The actual update? It's scheduled to go live around June 18th, which gives you a solid 2 weeks to finalize your polls and plan your primo gems. Oh, and don't forget the redeem codes during the live stream. They always drop 3 codes worth a total of 300 primo gems. But here's the catch. They expire in just 16 hours. So, be ready, set a reminder, because free primo gems are free primo gems and you don't want to miss out. So now I want to hear from you. Which banner lineup do you believe? Are you Team Fireflyyy with the hype dream banners or Team HamdgCat with the realistic reruns? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading through them and replying to as many as I can. And hey, if this video helped you plan your polls, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin updates, leaks, and banner breakdowns. Oh, and before you go, if you're topping up for version 5.7, make sure to check out LootBar. You can save up to 25% on Genesis crystals just by entering your UID and selecting your server. It's fast, it's safe, and your first top-up even gives you double shards, just like in-game, but for less. The link's in the description, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.